as usual, I sound the call to the difficult employers out there who continue to fail to meet their obligations to Social Security, who continue to deny the employees of the benefits that are provided by Social Security, and to the self-employed persons. And later we are seeing many more of those self-employed persons who refuse to contribute to Social Security, yet they come, they need a card because NBD tell them, go Social Security and get a card. They're not paying, but they want a card.
And that was the director of the Dominica Social Security, Janice Jajak. And Minister for Agriculture, Roland Roy, says a new animal feed plant is on the cards for Dominica. Mr. Roy noted that the abattoir in the Rosa Valley will also play a key role in the agricultural sector.
We are also constructing a $6.4 million abattoir, which will significantly enhance the processing of local meats, ensuring higher standards of hygiene and a better quality product. We have provided over 200 farmers with building materials and labor support to build resilient pens while we expand our livestock production at a value of $7.5 million. We have engaged a consultant to design and build a new animal feed plant, and the timeline for completion is May 2025. We are currently constructing 54 fishing vessels to provide to fishers who are affected by Hurricane Maria, valued at over $2 million. Work is ongoing at 3 fishing landing sites in Bioche, Dubla, and Maho, and we are finalizing contracts for the rehabilitation of fish landing sites in Scotshead, Stowe, and Saint-Sauveur. Importantly, a $5 million facility was established at Dexia to purchase fresh produce and to pay farmers within 36 hours.
Roy says the commissioning of the Culture Tissue Lab was another success story for the agriculture sector.
The commissioning of a state-of-the-art tissue culture lab valued at $11.2 million. This will allow for the rapid multiplication of disease-free, high-quality planting materials. This lab is a game changer for the sector as we seek to boost our food production efforts. We are also implementing sustainable tree crop, vegetable, and root crop programs aimed at improving the diversity and resilience of our food systems. And we are currently propagating 100,000 citrus plants for distribution next year, and we are currently distributing 13,000 Brazilian dwarf coconuts. Many of you would have collected your plants already. We have provided 17,000 tissue culture plantings and 30,000 tissue culture banana plants to farmers with the required inputs and technical support at a value of $1.2 million. We have received expressions of interest from 154 agro-processors for the procurement of equipment to enhance the operation and to make them more competitive. The tender for procurement of this equipment was issued, and the agro-processors should have them by the first quarter of 2025.
And that was the Minister for Agriculture, Roland Roy. And the Director for Dominica Social Security, Janice Thomas, says the institution has maintained its mandate of honoring commitments to its clients. The Dominica Social Security presented donations to a number of charitable organizations this morning.
The Dominica Social Security exists to serve as a safety net, providing relief in the form of cash benefits to insured persons and their dependents in times of economic hardship brought about by such events as illness, pregnancy, accidental injury, disability, old age, and death. So by the mere fulfillment of this noble mandate, the Dominica Social Security is already making a significant contribution to the socio-economic well-being of the nation. You know, just yesterday, I was approving payments our monthly benefit payments going out to over 4,000 pensioners, and the payments just for the month of December exceeded $3 million. So by the mere fulfillment of this noble mandate, the DSS is already making a significant contribution to the socio-economic well-being of the nation.
And that was the Director for Dominica Social Security, Janice Thomas. One of the recipients was the Dominica Dementia Foundation. Vice President of the Dominica Dementia Foundation is Sherita Gregoire, and stated that this donation will go towards the research project focused on dementia.
Dementia has been affecting the society for a very long time. And we've all witnessed persons, vibrant persons, could be family members, former classmates or colleagues, or someone we admired from afar. And slowly we watch their slow fall into mental decline through no fault of theirs. Situations impact on us from the increased cost of care to the negative emotional turmoil it puts us through. But the most essential thing is that we need to mitigate and to head on. Now, the funds received today will be dedicated to our research project, which is aimed at understanding and combating dementia.
And that was Vice President of the Dominica Dementia Foundation, Sherita Gregoire. Another recipient was the House of Hope in Dalis.
This donation that we received today from the Dominica Social Security will go a long way to help, because literally they're children, they've been looked after as children, but they're adults. We thank you very much, and we wish you, the Dominica Social Security, the staff, the directors, and their families, a very happy Christmas and a prosperous and peaceful New Year. So thank you very much to the Dominica Social Security.
And that was the President of the House of Hope, Kathleen John Baptist. And Deputy Chairperson of the Benz Ansdame and Soldat Tourism Development Committee, Rannika Stevens, says developing this northern hamlet is crucial for enhancing Dominica's tourism offerings. He says improved access to one of the community's main attractions, the Shortier Pool, will lead to an increase in visitor arrivals. The Benz Ansdame and Soldat Tourism Development Committee is partnering with the Ministry of Tourism to host a gospel festival as part of its fundraising efforts for the community.
When access to Shortier Pool is transformed, I can guarantee that visitor arrivals will triple or maybe become too numerous to mention. To date, the committee has planned a major fundraising activity. Let me also mention of the partnership that is there between the yachting industry in Portsmouth, that is spearheaded by Mr. Cobra O'Brien, and our committee. We work in deep collaboration with the presence of our port of entry, which is right here at Ansdame, with the advent of the international airport, which is on stream, and the marina in Portsmouth, which is also on stream. We beg, we beseech, we implore that all stakeholders, Ministry of Tourism, Discover Dominica Authority, Government of Dominica, family and friends in the diaspora, well-wishers, lovers of Dominica, parliamentary representatives, councillors, villagers, hello, tout le monde, get on board and let us transform that part of Dominica that would redound to the benefit of the entire nation.
And that was a Deputy Chairperson of the Benz Ansdame and Soldat Tourism Development Committee, Rannika Stevens. The Gospel Festival, which is carded to take place on Saturday, 28th December 2024 at the Windsor Park Sports Stadium, will feature a number of local and regional gospel artists. And 4 participants will vie for the title of Miss Mary Noel on Saturday. The pageant is being hosted by the Girl Guides Association of Dominica. The PRO of the Girl Guides Association of Dominica is Lisa Ernest.
The Girl Guides Association of Dominica is hosting Miss Mary Noel 2024 on Saturday, 14th December at the Alliance Française from 4 p.m. 5 lovely ladies will go in search of the Girl Guides Association of Dominica, GGAD's Miss Mary Noel 2024. They are Gabrielle Esprit and Diana Bertram for the 1st Maho unit, Kitira Walsh from the 11th Rosa unit, Nikira Barry and Janica Dominic from the 10th Rosa unit. The girls will take part in 4 rounds, which are introductory, displaying talents, spectacular wear, party dress, and question and answer. The public is encouraged to come out in large numbers to support the contestants. Proceeds from this event will go towards the programs of the Girl Guides Association of Dominica.
And that was a PRO of the Girl Guides Association of Dominica, Lisa Ernest. And on our feature segment of the evening news, a 67-year-old St. Joseph farmer, Felix Christmas, has been named Long-Standing Commercial Farmer of the Year. Mr. Christmas farms on the Makushri Estate and began his farming career at the age of 14. Long-standing farmer Felix Christmas is our feature on the evening news.
Well, I farm in Gomon Heights, Makushri Estate. I doing farming as a boy with my parents. Then I keep it up as a young man, now reached to an adult age, retirement age, but I still have the passion for farming. And I would advise our young people, young men and women, if they have the opportunity, the land, they can reach far in agriculture. But anything you're doing, you have to do it strong, not halfway. And if you do it strong with determination, you can reach far. Well, first I was in banana. Now banana, sorry to say it that way, but it was good for the country, but not for the farmer. Because most banana farmers live poor and die poor. But actually, when they take me out from banana and I diversify more in yam, I had 35 acres of land in bananas. I turned that 35 acres of land in bananas into 35 acres of yam. There I see the real result. Yam, I had animals too, and a lot of citrus. Now, when the disease take, the citrus die and hurricane pass, but I go back and make my own seeds, grafting my own plants. Fiora fella helped me well in grafting and giving me the different techniques. And then I graft in my own citrus, my own pears, and doing my own budwood. Praise God.
So are you still very active in farming?
Yes, and I want to go further. My only problem is I am waiting on the government to give me visas for immigrants. That's all I need. Once I can get workers, with the knowledge I have, I can go pretty far for myself and for the country.
What then would be your message to Dominica and, of course, anyone listening to you?
Agriculture can pay. Now we should go in crops that have shelf life, because if you harvest and you don't have the sale, it means that you have the crop is a perishable crop. You might lose too much. But if you grow in crops that have shelf life, it's more beneficial. It's sparable, but not halfway. Not 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I would advise our young people, Dominica is an agricultural country, to go forward in agriculture and choose the right crop.
And that was a long-standing farmer, Felix Christmas of St. Joseph, taking us to the end of this evening's featured segment and National Focus. Up next is news from the region and international.
In this year. Can I have this?
We have an extra $400 from Flow. You can have everything you want.
More gifts with Flow. With Christmas in, win weekly prices up to $10,000 in cash. Sign up for a postpaid bundle or a broadband plan. We Christmas in with free groceries from Flow. Plus, a chance to win weekly prizes and up to $10,000 cash. Head over to your nearest Flow store or visit discoverflow.co. Flow, we Christmasing. More gifts with Flow.
DBS News.
And welcome back. Now news from the region. The UK government has pledged the funding of Euro 10 million to support geothermal developments in Grenada. The funding was announced by Baroness Chapman, UK Minister for Latin America and the Caribbean, during her meeting with Grenada's Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell. It will go towards assessing the viability of developing the geothermal resources of Grenada, including the drilling of exploration wells. The geothermal resources of Grenada have the potential to displace up to 55% of the country's total electricity generation from diesel. This will enhance Grenada's energy security, providing a cleaner environment for residents and result in lower electricity rates for businesses and citizens. Prime Minister Mitchell expressed gratitude for UK's governmental support, saying this funding will allow Grenada to assess its geothermal potential and to take further steps towards building a clean, sustainable and more affordable energy system. Internationally, U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan said that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu appeared prepared to negotiate a deal for the release of hostages held in Gaza and a ceasefire. Sullivan, speaking at a press conference at the Tel Aviv annex of the U.S. Embassy in Jerusalem, said they are now looking to close a hostage release deal and a ceasefire after meeting with Benjamin Netanyahu. There has been growing optimism that a new round of talks for a ceasefire and hostage release deal might succeed, with key mediator Qatar talking of a new momentum last week. Some of Netanyahu's critics at home and abroad have accused him of stalling in negotiations, whilst Israel has repeatedly blamed Hamas for delays. Well, this brings us to the end of this evening's news. Up next is sports.
Covering the nation and beyond, DBS Sports Report.
And welcome to your sports for this evening here. First off, we start off with some cricket. Debutant Amirul Jango became only the second West Indian to score a one-day century on debut, as West Indies beat Bangladesh by 4 wickets for a clean sweep of their 3-match series in St. Kitts. Jango made 104 not out in West Indies' reply of 325 for 6 in 45.5 overs. Kati made 95 and Moti 44 not out. Earlier, Bangladesh made an impressive 321 for 5. Mahmood Allah hit 84, Mahidi Hassan Miraz 77 and Sakar 73. Alzari Joseph picked up 2 for 43, and the man of the match and the man of the moment, Amirul Jango, has this to say.
It's surreal. Alhamdulillah for that. All praise to Allah. It's an amazing feeling. All the hard work, it's finally paying off. It's a bit surreal right now. It's not really synced in as yet, but yeah, it's amazing.
Tell us about that single to get off the mark. It was a little bit nervy. There was an exhalation when you got there, some nerves obviously.
Yeah, definitely. I think all I wanted to do on debut was just go make duck. But luckily, Casey responded and luck was on my side today.
And you mentioned Casey, he's one of your good friends. How much of a comfort was it to meet someone like him out there in the middle as you made your debut?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously a close friend of mine, but he made it really easy for me. Batting with him, he just told me, it's your debut, enjoy it. And that's what I did.
86 for 4, that was the score when you got out there chasing 321, your team under a lot of pressure. Tell us your thoughts on how your innings progressed, how your things and your thinking changed.
I think that it was a pretty good wicket, no matter the circumstances of the game. Our head coach, Darren Sam, he gave me a clear path on how to score runs on the wicket, and we had our targets, and luckily enough, each 10 overs we were hitting our target, so we know we were in the game. So it was just about taking the game as deep as possible.
And that shot to bring up your century, we've seen a few players not get over the milestone, that confidence to hit a 6 to get 100?
Yeah, definitely. I think I was pretty confident. I actually have a lot of 90s in my career, so I think I just wanted to go with my adrenaline and just stay confident and see ball hit ball.
And that was Amir Jango, man of the match. Sherfane Rutherford was man of the series. And another exciting day in the Dream 11 Nature Isle T10 tournament of the Indian River Rowers, picking up their first win in the tournament, whilst the Detroit Titu Gorge Splashers pulled off another thriller, as sports editor Gavin Richards has this to say.
Kavem Hodge picked up man of the match honours as he led the Indian River Rowers to their first win in the 6th edition of the Dream 11 Nature Isle T10 tournament, as they got past the Barano OT Warriors Thursday afternoon, where the Barano OT Warriors, they batted first. They got to 118 for 4 in their 10 overs. Gian Benjamin got 30, Daniel McDonald 42. We had Lee Louisi taking 1 for 17, Keon Gaston 1 for 24, Kavem Hodge 1 for 16, and Elton Mack 1 for 14 for the Indian River Rowers. While the Rowers, in search of 119, they got 119 for 5 in 9.5 overs. Junior Henry hit 35, Kavem Hodge 30 not out as they guided the Rowers to victory. Donan Edward, he picked up 2 for 17 for the Barano OT Warriors, while Gillan Tyson got 1 for 24. Kavem Hodge was the man of the match.
Yeah, it's always nice to have a victory. I mean, every game, we were trying to learn something and get the positive. So I thought that it was a complete team effort. We had to make some changes, in the bowling lineup, in the batting lineup, and thankfully the guys who were given the role, they took to it and they were able to execute.
All right, let's talk a little bit about your knock. Batted throughout the entire innings. What was it like out there?
Yeah, it was a bit tricky. It was important to, put away the bad deliveries because the balls that were in the good areas were very difficult to score boundaries of. But with that being said, the guys, like I said, who were given the role, like Keon, to step up the other, they batted really well. Displayed some wonderful power hitting, and that really helped us in the back end. But yeah, I think it was important that, I left on a good note and lead from the front. It was important that, as a captain and the nature boy, you gave the guys something to look up to. And I think one of the issues that, we recognized that one of the guys in the top three had to bat to over number 6 and 7, and we wasn't getting that in the first couple of games. So it was really nice to get that.
And that was the man of the match, Cavem Hodge. In the other encounter on Thursday afternoon, the Detroit's T2 Gold Splashers pulled off another dramatic last over victory, this time over the Sari Sunrisers. Sunrisers, they made 89 for 4 in their 10 overs batting first. Rick James top scored with 29 and Darren Benter got 16. Delani Alexander picked up 3 for 14 in his 2 overs, and Edmund Moranci 1 for 7. The Splashers, in search of 80 or that should be 90 for victory, they got 91 for 2, with Lex McGlaw getting 27, Jelani Robinson 28, but it was Dylan Douglas who hit 33 not out of just 7 deliveries to guide the Splashers to another victory. Dylan Douglas was named the man of the match. Here now is the winning captain, Jelani Robinson. What a victory for your team. Credits, of course, to Dylan Douglas.
Yeah, you said it. Seriously, that's two in a row, but Doggy, exceptional.
Exceptional. You and Lex McGlaw, you built a solid foundation. Took some time to get, the runs. What was it like batting out there?
It was difficult, and then if you notice, I think we stopped up too many dot balls. But we spoke in the middle. Lex got out. Doggy came in. We know Doggy can go from ball one, so here we go.
All right. Dylan Douglas did it with the bat. Jelani Alexander with the ball and also was very good in the field. A quick word on him.
Yeah, Blade, we know why we have Blade. At the end of the day, Blade has set the fielding standard very high. He's coming to his own in the ball. But you can see the team is just building confidence. Everybody, every day somebody's, is putting up their hand, and that one makes the team do what they're doing now.
Well, the Dream 11 Nature ILT10 tournament will continue on Friday with a triple header. The T2 Gold Splashers will take on the Barano OT Warriors in the first match. The second game will see the Sari Sunrisers battling the Valley Hikers. And then the third match, the Champagne Reef Divers taking on the Indian River Rovers. Gavin Richards reporting for DBS.
Special thank you to Gavin Richards for that excellent report, always on top of the ball. Still in our sports here, Alex Armstrong hit a half-century and Dylan John got a 5-wicket haul as Dominica picked up their second win in the Windward Islands under-15 50 overs competition in St. Lucia this afternoon. Dominica batted first and were all out for 166 in 41.3 overs. Alex Armstrong top scored with 51 and Kellen Christmas got a 46. St. Vincent were bowled out for 105 in 27 overs with Dylan John taking 5 for 31 and Vince Daru 3 for 10. And still in some cricket news here, Casey Carty has earned his first T20 international call to the West Indies as he has been named in the squad for the upcoming 3-match T20 international home series against Bangladesh. The series will be played from December 15th to the 19th for 2024 at the Andros Valley Stadium in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Carty earned his first T20 international call-up following an impressive Caribbean Premier League season, strengthening the middle order options for the West Indies. The series will also see the return of the experienced Johnson Charles, who has been sidelined for the past 2 series due to injury. The team will be captained by Rovman Powell, with Brandon King as vice-captain. The West Indies CG United T20 international squad reads Rovman Powell as captain, Brandon King as vice-captain, Casey Carter, Johnson Charles, Roston Chase, Justin Greaves, Terrence Hines, Akil Hossein, Alzari Joseph, Evan Luis, Obed McCoy, Agudakesh Moti, Nicholas Paran, Romario Shepard, and Shamar Springer. Jaden Sills will come in as a replacement to Akil Hussein after the first 2 games of the series. And the attorneys representing Barbados' Pride captain Raymond Rifa have written to Cricket West Indies or CWI, urging them to withdraw the charges against him on the grounds that he cannot now get a fair and impartial hearing. The attorneys acting on behalf of RIFA and the Barbados Cricket Association or BCA raised serious concerns regarding the matter and the manner in which RIFA had been treated by CWI. RIFA, along with Jamaica Scorpions captain John Campbell, were handed level 3 charges for their roles in last month's CG United Super 50 finals that was forfeited after they failed to be present for the toss. The CWI has since announced that Campbell had been given a reduced 4-match suspension after accepting the charges. At the time, CWI's Director of Cricket Miles Bascom said RIFA had not responded to the charges and stated that if RIFA did not respond to the matter, they would be dealt with by the disciplinary committee. RIFA's lawyers are arguing that the CWI only gave him 12 hours to respond to a charge, and in doing so, CWI denied RIFA the opportunity to consult with the BCA or seek legal advice prior to a response within the time demanded. They further took issue with the fact that whilst the charge against RIFA and Campbell had a recommended penalty of a ban for 7 matches, the final sanction imposed on Campbell was as a result of a plea agreement negotiated between CWI and the West Indies Players Association, or WIPA or WIPA. RIFA's attorney took the issue with that, and out of the outcome, the matter was made public. Whilst RIFA was challenging the matter, more will be presented by DBS Sports to continue in this development. So again, we're going to read that last one here. RIFA's attorney took issues with that outcome, and Campbell's matter was made public, while RIFA was challenging that very same matter. Well, this brings us to the end of this evening's news and sports. A special thanks to the DBS News and Sports team and the Link personnel, DJ Haloboy.
DBS Radio gives you top quality service over any other for live streaming of funerals. Call us today at 448-3282.
Good evening, welcome to the evening edition of the DBS Radio Community Bulletin Board. It is the 12th day of December 2024. We begin with this evening's edition of the DBS Radio Death Announcements. We announce the death of Leonard Baptist, better known as Papi, age 85, of Castle Bruce, who resided in Canefield. He died on Saturday, the 2nd of November. He was a former member of parliament, politician, and businessman. He was the father of Samuel Baptist, Darlene, Alan Baptist, and Muriel Baptist. He will also be remembered by his siblings, Eugenia Patrick, and children, Lucille, Vincent, Rosetta, and Brenda, John Baptist, John Finn, Nora, and children, Irvinia, Davis, Jonia, and Carol, Joseph John Finn, better known as Ras Joe, and children, Jason and Janelle, Phyllis Baptist Toussaint and children, Ernestine, Max, Francis, Pamela, and Keisha, and Ernie Baptist and children, Keanu, Dillian, Elijah, and Melanie. His stepmother, Janelia Graham Baptist in Florida. Other nieces and nephews, Martin, Magdalene, Ruth, Alan, Timothy, Julian, and Joey Lockhart. Brother-in-law, Foster Lynch, Olney in Antigua. Grandchildren, Sherma, Mike, Samuel Jr., Stacy, Tristan, Denise, Danny, Leon, Samantha, Jose, Zanita, Kendra, Sam, Osa, and Zolene. 14 great-grandchildren. Other relatives and friends, the John Finn, Barnes, and Baptist families in Castle Bruce, the Prevost, Joseph, and Drygo family in Boston, Massachusetts. Other family and friends in St. Croix, including Francisca Lafont and the entire Kirby family, his cousin John Robin and wife Deborah Robin, Denise Gabriel Charles and her mother Antoinette, her aunt Desiree and her grandmother Olivette. The body of the late Leonard Papi Baptist will be transported to the Goodwill Pentecostal Family Church on Friday, the 13th of December, for viewing at 9:30 a.m. The official funeral service begins at 10 a.m. The remains of the late Mr. Leonard Baptist, better known as Papi, will be disposed privately. The family has requested that in lieu of flowers, a donation be made to the Grotto Home. The management and staff of DBS Radio, the nation station, extends deepest condolences to the family of the late Leonard Baptist, better known as Papi.
And now, your Community Bulletin Board.
Let's now bring you the general announcements on this evening's edition of the DBS Radio Community Bulletin Board. We begin with this announcement from Domlec. Domlec wishes to inform its customers on Long Lane, northern section of Dame Eugenia Charles Boulevard, Kennedy Avenue, Hanover Street to Dame Eugenia Charles Boulevard, Hodges Lane and Bow Lane that their electricity supply will be interrupted on Sunday, the 15th of December, between the hours of 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. This interruption is necessary to allow Domlec to upgrade the low voltage distribution system at the western section of Roseau. Additional information is available on their website www.domlec.dm under scheduled outages. Domlec appreciates your understanding in this matter and regrets any inconvenience caused. Dowasco informs customers in Mayrow, London Road and Cuba Road that their water supply will be interrupted from 8 p.m. tonight, that's tonight, Thursday, December 12th, to 5 a.m. tomorrow, Friday, December 13th. So London Road, Mayrow and Cuba Road, Dowasco informs you that your water will be interrupted from 8 p.m. tonight, Thursday, December 12th, to 5 a.m. tomorrow morning, December 13th, 2024, for the purpose of carrying out system maintenance. Dowasco sincerely apologizes for this interruption and regrets any inconvenience that may arise as a result. Dowasco thanks its customers and the general public for your cooperation and understanding in this matter. The public is informed of a road closure for blasting operations at the terminal area at the western part of Wesley at both directions on Friday, the 13th of December, between 2:30 p.m. and 5:30 p.m. Please be guided accordingly. The Ministry of Culture, Youth, Sports and Community Development wishes to inform the general public that the General Post Office has resumed the mailing of letters and parcels overseas. Please be guided accordingly. We've come to the end of this evening's edition of the DBS Radio Community Bulletin Board. The next edition of the Community Bulletin Board begins tomorrow morning from 6:10 a.m. with the morning edition of your death announcements, and then we continue at approximately 7:40 with the morning edition of your general announcements. Don't forget to hear your announcements on DBS Radio, the nation station. Come into the sales and marketing team's office Mondays through Fridays between the hours of 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Also, you can give us a call at 448-3282, 448-3283, same times and days mentioned except holidays. At 7 o'clock tonight, of course, we are scheduled to have the program Islam in Focus live on your nation station, DBS Radio. In the meantime,
Dieu descendit jusqu'à nous pour effacer la tâche originelle et de son père arrêter le couru. Le monde entier tressaille d'espérance à cette nuit qui lui donne le sauveur. À genoux, attends ta délivrance. Nova, Nova, voici le Rédempteur. Nova, Nova, voici le Rédempteur. Les nuits chrétiennes, c'est la fête l'honneur. Le Jésus-Christ est venu parmi nous. Il effaçait la tâche originelle. Il déclarait, il parlait pour sauver nous. À nous ensemble, montrer reconnaissance et adorer Jésus le Rédempteur. À genoux, de l'esclavage fini. Nova, Nova, mi Jésus, Jésus en parmi nous. Nova, Nova, il est venu pour sauver nous. À nous prier, sois là qui au fond tient nous, les anges en ciel, et when they nous chanter, des à genoux, tout esclavage l'a fini. Nova, Nova, mi Jésus, Jésus parmi nous. Nova, Nova,
I miss you so bad. Christmas is a time for family and visiting good friends long you haven't seen. We used to work wonderful as a pair. Why on earth you chose to leave me this time of year? Christmas is a time to love and to give. Why did you choose to leave me on Christmas Eve? Babe, since you're gone, my Christmas is not the same. While you having fun, to my friends I have to explain my Christmas is dread, 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 dread. I don't have a Christmas again. I don't have a Christmas again. Baby, my Christmas is dread, 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 dread. I don't have a Christmas again. In my heart I'm feeling the pain. Baby, will you come back home? Honey, I miss you so bad. But we had a wonderful family. A lot of couples would take part and we. Every Sunday we would attend mass. Always send our children to Sunday class. You promised you would never break my heart. Only death would do us part. Baby, babe, since you're gone, my Christmas is not the same. While you having fun, to my friends I have to explain my Christmas is dread, 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 dread. I don't have a Christmas again. I hearing things I forget my name. My Christmas is dread, 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 dread. I don't have a Christmas again. Life for me cannot be the same. Baby, will you come back home? I miss you bad. It's Christmas and I'm all alone. Baby, give me a Christmas gift. Why won't you come back home? Honey bunch, if I did you something